Hi everybody, it's Amy from Bargain Beauty, and I want to talk to you guys about how I eat on a very limited income, how I get snacks, meat, all of those types of things. If you're new to my channel, you don't kind of know the way that I do things, so I'm going to explain it to everybody who's new and give a refresher to those who have been on the channel for a while, and we need some motivation to save in 2019. So guys, I like to snack like everybody else. I want to have some yummy goodness. Now, when I think about doing these types of deals, I do them for a month out. So I have enough that I can put one in my purse so that when I'm out, I'm not overspending. Here's what I got today at Stop and Shop. And even if you guys do not have a Stop and Shop, please do not be deterred by the store, because every single store has some kind of clearance. Whether it's Walmart, Target, Walgreens, Rite Aid, CVS, you can find every month a snack at any of those stores on clearance. So I got today all of this candy, 30 cents a piece, except for the Oreos. They were 27 cents a piece. This may even last me 2 months. I do have two nephews and a niece. I have people that come in and out of my house. They may want a little treat. If my daughter's over, I might sneak her a couple in her bag. I gotta tell you guys, this is the best way to do this. Now, listen, if your favorite snack for a candy bar is Snickers, I feel you, I understand. But here's the thing, guys. Snickers cost $1. These cost 30 cents, 29 cents. They're all still really yummy. The thing about living in a budget is you have to make sacrifice. And quite honestly, the sacrifices I make aren't that bad. I'm eating a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup instead of a Snickers. I mean, if you look at the scheme of it, yes, I have my favorites, but these are still really, really yummy and very cheap. We saved a ton of money by buying clearance, and we don't feel deprived. The thing about living on a budget is I think people think they need to feel deprived or be sacrificing a ton. No, you just have to be smart with your money. If you want to buy a Snickers, that's fine, but realize you're only going to get 6 for the month instead of getting 30 of something on clearance. So I have my meat for the month, super cheap, super inexpensive. I use inexpensive cuts of meat. Do I want to eat steak every night? Of course I do. Who doesn't? Okay, maybe not vegetarians or vegans, but I'm just saying, of course we want to have steak, right? So what you're going to do is find yourself a little steak. I got it super cheap, $3.66. They put these stickers at my Stop and Shop on the meat, usually between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. So I was able to grab myself a little steak, so it's a little bit of a treat, so I don't feel completely like I'm suffering the suffering of it all. But what I do for the majority of the month is I use inexpensive cuts of meat in my crock pot. Now I have a air fryer, excuse me. I was going to call it deep fryer. Air fryer, I can use that. I can go to Aldi and get the shake and bake mix that's super cheap. I mean, you can find very inexpensive ways. Go to the Dollar Tree and get your spices to season this meat. I actually last month or the month before even, I got a bunch of taco kits for super cheap on clearance. And instead of using ground beef, I use chicken and make chicken tacos. I'll put this in the crock pot in the morning. I can shred it up and make chicken tacos instead. You got to do what you got to do. This week, ground beef was super expensive, so I did not get it. Okay, so I get the thighs a lot. They're 99 cents a pound. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 in here. I have 16 of these. That's half my month in meat because I'm a single lady, right? So if I have someone over, I keep, I'll keep a couple more out or what have you, but Crock-Pot is my best friend when it comes to cheap meat. You let it just slow cook all day, and it makes it so super easy on us. So this package of meat would have been $6.69. I got it for $4.45. That's a lot of meat. I will mix it with rice and steamed vegetables and make kind of like a little home stir fry for super cheap. You can make so many different things. I'll make a chicken shepherd's pie instead of a hamburger shepherd's pie. I just don't have to make a ton, so I am a little bit more lucky. If you have a family of 5, 6, 7 people, obviously this is going to be harder. But if a family of 4 or under, I mean, I think my videos can be super helpful. So I got 2 packages, as I said. This is plenty for half the month. Half the month. So that's amazing. If I have one chicken breast or one chicken thigh a night, that's half my month, and it costs me about $9 for half the month for meat. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right? So what is that? 50 cents a night for meat? Not bad. And then pork. It's cheap this week, $3.41, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 12 more nights of meat. Cut this up in stir fries as well. Shake and bake this as well. Cream of mushroom soup in the crock pot. So many different things you can do with this. Sometimes I just like to pan sear it with a little bit of butter, some onions, plain. I mean, it's just inexpensive. You have to buy the meat that is inexpensive and just do the best you can with it. But I'm going to be full and my stomach's going to be full. I will definitely pre-package this aside so it's easy and ready to take out. And I have to tell you, I put frozen meat right in my crock pot in the morning. I am not a thaw-out person, just not my thing. So if I don't feel like thawing something out, which is 90% of the time, I just throw it in the crock pot on high and it cooks and it's wonderful. So I did the 2 packages. This will feed me with the steak for 1 month. So for about $20, I will have 30 meat-based meals. So that's awesome. Now I'll go to Aldi and get the bags of salad for 99 cents. I can get cucumbers for $1.99 for a big bag of them. So I will go to Aldi for those types. Any of my fresh ingredients, I always go to Aldi's for because it's just cheaper and I can get more for my money. So I will get my meat at one grocery store and I will get my produce and those kind of things at another grocery store. I'm not somebody that believes in driving to 4 or 5 different stores. I do it for my channels, but I don't do it for my personal shopping for groceries. I just don't. I didn't do it before YouTube. I wouldn't do it after YouTube. I just don't have it in me because I feel like you're spending all that money in gas. You're really not saving a ton of money. So if I wanted to eat breakfast this month for free, I absolutely could. Stop and Shop has at the registers printing out every time somebody does an order. It could be one item. These free coupons for free 1 box of the maple Cheerios, and they are 10.8 ounces. I am not above taking the ones that people leave on the top of the registers. I took the 2 that I have here. Just remember, you can only ring them out 1 in transaction unless you go to a regular cashier, and then they'll just put them all through. But when I rang out these, I actually got another one, so that's really cool. I have another free box of cereal coming, and they were all over the place. These were scattered all over the registers, so do not be afraid to pick up a free coupon. You can eat for free. Think about that. 2 seconds of you maybe getting a little red in your cheeks to grab a coupon off somebody else's register. I'm not above it. I'm not even going to lie. The haters can hate, but I got to tell you, this is a healthy option. It was free. If you don't need it, donate it. But you can make treats with these. You could actually make a little bit of, granola with these. Or you can just have them regular in the morning with cereal. Get your milk at Aldi's because it's super cheap, or Walmart. And you have breakfast on the down low, very, very cheap. And if you eat before you leave the house, you're less likely to spend money out of your pocket because you're hungry when you're not home. Here's another great tip, and I have been so guilty of this in the past. Stop overeating. 1 box of pasta as opposed to the 3 boxes of pasta I would have purchased previously. 1 box of pasta will give me 3 to 4 times of cooking a meal in a month, whereas before I'd cook a whole box of pasta that one night. A lot of times I'd put it in the fridge, have it for lunch, but then I would waste the rest. I'm not even going to lie. I'm just literally just throwing money away. Eat the recommended serving sizes. I promise you, you will be full. It's really in our heads that we have to eat, and the more we eat, the fuller we are. I guarantee you the serving size will fill you up. Last month I got sauce because it was on sale. This month I got pasta because it was on sale. 79 cents for this box, and this is easily 3 to 4 dinners. And I'm not wasting food. I'm not wasting money, and I'm also not adding weight on that I don't need, right? Extra carbohydrates, extra calories that we don't need. And I'm so guilty of this. And in this new year, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to eat recommended serving sizes. I buy these all the time. I get them for $1. They're $1.69 at my grocery store. You can get them at the Dollar Tree. And a lot of people are going to say these are not healthy. Healthy options are needed. I get it. And when there are healthy options at affordable prices, I get those too. But sometimes, if I don't feel good and I want something that actually tastes good and it's better than me going to McDonald's, I will make one of these. I will throw some of that chicken from the crock pot in it. Or if it happens to be hamburger that month that was cheap, I'll throw some hamburger in here. And it's really yummy. It fills me up. It's 2 meals for me easily. The dinner and the lunch the next day. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. That's the other thing, guys. Don't feel guilty. I mean, I would much rather buy something super healthy, but why does it have to be so expensive? So don't feel guilty if you have to eat things that maybe aren't so healthy, but that are gonna fill up your family's bellies. You gotta do what you gotta do. That's the other thing. Do what you have to do, guys, to feed your family, and don't feel bad. Also, sometimes it is cheaper to buy things pre-made. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes there are deals with gas points where you'll get 40 cents off for gas if you buy 6 of something. If meat is super expensive that week and you can't really find a deal and you're just really tired of chicken or whatever it may be, sometimes it is cheaper to buy these. Now, these are 2 for $6 in my store when they're not on sale. When they are on sale, they're 2 for $4. They're really good. They fill me up, and usually I can get 2 servings out of each of these. So it's like dinner and lunch for me. So $3, so $1.50 a meal. If it's $2, it's $1 a meal, depending on if it's on sale or not on sale. And if you just want to add a little flavor to your life, you want to feel like you had fast food, but you didn't really have fast food. You know, you want to feel like you went to a restaurant, but you didn't really go to the restaurant type thing. Then, you know, sometimes you have to find options like this and just grab a few when they're on sale. Okay, so these are not cheap. These are not expensive, but they're not cheap. 2 for $5 if you purchase 2. So this was $10 of my grocery budget. But this is a lot of food. Think about it. I got an air fryer for Christmas. This is better for you in the air fryer than it is if you fry these in oil. So that's a plus. Now, again, not an apple, but we're doing what we got to do. This is a lot of food for me. I mean, mixed with chicken and all that other stuff, this will last definitely more than the 30 days, more than the month. But I did grab some because my nieces and nephews come over. And listen, sometimes I'm feeding more than just me, and I've got to feed a lot of people, and it's got to be cost effective. And if I took 3 other people out with me to McDonald's, it'd be a heck of a lot more money for one meal than all of this food for the month. So I guess that's just kind of what I'm going to tell you in this part of the video. Is yes, this isn't super cheap. They're 2 for $5, so $2.50 a bag, but it is always cheaper to cook at home than it is to eat out. If you can buy your cheese at Aldi and you like their cheese, it's cheaper there. These were $2 a bag, but honestly, I don't like Aldi's cheese. Some people love it, so it's just a taste thing. If you can get it there, it'll be cheaper, about 30 to 50 cents. For me, it's worth spending the money on something that's going to taste good, and these will last me for the month. I'll put them on top of my salads. I'll put them in the chicken tacos. I'll put it in lots of things. Sometimes I even put a little bit on my dog's food because, you know, sometimes they need a treat. You know what really frustrates me is that I have to buy Parmesan cheese that has cellulose filler in it, which you're like, meh, 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 you bought all of the other junk. But I don't know why, but this particular thing bothers me. If I want to get real cheese in a jar, it's $5 or more. So I just use a lot less cheese. I bought this for $1.99, was not on sale. I use less, which costs me more. That's the big thing, is using less in 2019. That's buying less and using less. But it just bothers me, like, why can't we just have cheese without the cellulose stuff in it? And why has it got to be so freaking expensive? I want the real stuff. I don't want the fake stuff. I think that's the misconception with people, that we just all want to eat bad if we're on a limited income, or if you have a little bit of a weight issue. It's because we choose that. Sometimes financially, we have to make choices that we wouldn't make if we had money, and fake cheese apparently is one of them. Here's another example. I would really prefer butter, real butter, just butter. It's $4.99. Or I can get this cheap junk for 99 cents. Gotta do what you gotta do. It doesn't taste the same, but I gotta make the cuts where I gotta make the cuts. By the way, this one is my favorite. So I only showed you guys 2, but I actually got 4. So that's why my total's around $54, $55. So because I got 4 of these, but this one is my favorite. The Creamy Vermont Mac and Cheese Bowl. It's so filling. Honestly, guys, it's so super rich. You will love this. If you love homemade mac and cheese, you will love this so much. Of course, bread is always super cheap, total carbohydrate overload. But guys, I get the Stop and Shop bread as opposed to the Aldi bread, because even though the Aldi bread you get more, this Stop and Shop bread lasts me longer because it doesn't get that funky. I don't know what it is, but it's like 2 days of opening bread, and if I smell that yeast or whatever it is, I throw it away, so I'm wasting money. I'd rather get less bread, eat less carbs, 99 cents, and it lasts me a full solid week. Just keep it nice and sealed up. And isn't this weird? But I store my bread in my microwave. Fun story. So for lunches, just to give you an idea, like I'll do peanut butter and jelly, which is super cheap, and it lasts me a couple of months, $1.49 a container for peanut butter, $1.50 or so for jelly. So that's a super cheap lunch, and it's yummy. I mean, it's peanut butter and jelly. I like the crunchy. You can get what you want. But yeah, super cheap lunch. And when tuna fish goes on sale, I can get it 99 cents a can for all white. I will get that. Lunch meat, when it goes on sale, I will also grab that. But the next video I do will probably be at Aldi, getting some of the fresh ingredients. So stay tuned for that. And I know this video is a little rough around the edges, guys, but I just, I'm just doing a video in my kitchen with the birds singing, my steak in my air fryer, and, bad lighting. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.